Okay, we're going to do a light bulb terrarium today, and this is our light bulb. It's a little vanity bulb, and the main thing about doing this is really getting this little black ceramic piece out and the element without breaking the bulb. Here we go. Now the main tool for this really is a needle nose plier, and then there's some other tools you can see here. There's also these three tools here. I got it at a hardware store, and they're probably going to be the main tools I use for this particular terrarium. And there's some other tools you see here. These are hand fashioned from kitchen utensils, and they work great for the bigger terrariums, but these probably are not going to work today because this is such a small entryway into the glass of the terrarium. So we're going to start slowly, carefully trying to remove that little piece there. And what I do basically is just try to squeeze it and get it, start to get it loose. So now I'm going to just try to break that element in there. And I think I did get it partially broken. But I'm just basically trying to skewer it out. Got that. The element is broken in there now. And just gently kind of reaming it out here. Got it. Okay. Now you just want to get any wire that's in there out, just clean out that inner edge, and just so you have more space to work with to get the plant in and any of your other elements. Alright, now I'm not going to put the sander or pebbles in yet. I'm going to put the plant in first. So I just basically put it into the hole and slowly push it in there. There we go. We got that in there. Now I'm just going to just position it. I'm going to use this tool here. It's pointed. Seems to me like that would probably be best. Another good tool, I find that commercially made tools, unless they're, I actually have never even bought a terrarium tool because I just prefer to use things that I can find around the house. It seems to me like that's the best way to go. And certainly as far as affordability goes, if you're trying to save some money and you want to just have a nice hobby that you can relax with, it seems to me like that's the way to go. Here I am using a pen when I couldn't use this. Now I paid what, a couple bucks for this. Can't use it, but I could use a pen. It just makes a lot more sense to me to try to use tools that don't cost a lot of money, especially if they work better than the tools that do. So the plant looks pretty good in there. It's fairly well positioned. So now I'm gonna. I think what I want to do here is put some pebbles in. I was thinking about using sand, but I'm going to show you how to put little feet on this so that it will it'll stand up, little rubber feet. So if I put pebbles in, it will give it some ballast. It'll give it weight, and it might look more unique and everything. So, but the thing is, this is such a small hole going in, so you got to make sure that they're definitely going to fit. You don't want to just try shoving them in without making sure they fit, because you don't want to get them stuck into the mouth of the entryway. You want to make sure that the pebbles definitely fit in there. And so I'm going to just do this first to try to get some ballast, and I don't know yet if I want to do sand or not. Okay, so I got the bulb and filled with the pebbles the way I want it. And I just wanted to have some ballast, as I said. I wanted to have some weight. And so the plant is nicely nestled in there, and got some nice pebbles in there. And now what I need to do is I need to put something on it to hold it so it can stand up. If I don't do that, obviously it'll just roll around. So what I have is, you can get these usually at the hardware store. They're little plastic stick-on or rubber stick-on feet, tiny ones. They're half round, very small. I think they're only about maybe a 1/4 inch in diameter. And I'm going to want to put 4 on the bottom. And so now I don't want to turn my terrarium upside down. I probably could, but these are self-sticking, so I just, as you can see, I just pulled it off there, and they're pretty sticky, but you don't want to get your fingers on them, and you just want to, on the sticky part anyways, and you just want to stick it on the bottom, and I would say probably 4 positioned like in a square, so they, you know, can hold up the bulb. These are really fun to make. Again, I don't know if you've seen in my other videos, but you know, in the beginning, whenever you do something, it's always takes a minute to get used to it. You know, it's not going to happen right away, but as they say, practice makes perfect. And once you get to that point where you can just go through them and do them and not have a problem, then it'll be really actually a lot of fun. I get a lot of enjoyment out of doing these. And also, when you're putting the feet on, before you press them really hard onto the bulb, you can adjust them, you can slide them to where you want. And there we go. So that's a nice little project. It's fun, makes a great conversation piece. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll get some out of it, and make yourself lots of light bulb terrariums.